I am quite certain that there is going to be too much wind noise, more wind noise than either you or I would like. But I had to, I walked down here, 5, 6, of the 8 houses that are here, and they're basically 1 bedroom, 1 bath houses, bungalows, whatever you want to call them. And, you know, they have air conditioning and everything you'd sort of need. Now, if I were to get into this, I would probably make it so that these individual units had some degree of kitchenette, because that would really make it a lot easier to really stay there. But like all this stuff was built, a lot of it is, like these houses here are probably 6 or so years old. I asked the guy that I'm renting the island from, who is Israeli, I believe. But I think Benji, who is basically the island manager, I believe he said that he's also got another business in Los Angeles, so we'll see. He may have not had the correct city, but who knows. But he did say that the main house where we're staying it's about 7 or 8 years old. And any of you that have lived near the ocean, on the ocean, near salt water, know that it's pretty much tantamount to pouring battery acid on anything that you believe has value. It just eats away at everything. And as you might guess, at latitude 11, the humidity is such that there is no lack of moisture, and salty moisture that basically engulfs everything. Wood, metal, everything. I mean, some of the AC units have just been eaten alive. And those things really only last, consumer grade units really only last like 10 years inland. But I gotta tell you, man, this place is absolutely amazing. I am standing in front of the smaller house, which is still 2-story, I believe 4-bedroom, but it doesn't have a pool in front of it, so I'm like, whatever. You mean all I get is this view? I mean, come on, man. If I'm renting, there is no bigger definition of luxury problems than this place. And the reason I'm sharing all this with you is because I am highly considering making this my new home, as well as my new business. So we'll see. I got pretty burned and pretty soured on other country real estate through a couple of things that happened. A couple of things that I did in Mexico. And as most people might say, oh my God, you know, the first thing you can do is invest in foreign real estate. Yeah, probably. Well, I don't know about the worst thing that you can do. One of the more risky things you can do with your money, I suppose. But it is now April, right? So May, June. So in approximately, let's see, I think 2.5 months, there's going to be an airport that's going to open up, which is going to allow not a very large carrier, but a regional carrier. You know, around the size of like Ryanair, if you're familiar with that. You know, it's a local carrier, but it's not AirAsia. It's not like Southwest. Although Ryanair actually I think is quite large. I don't know. But, anyway, so that's going to allow people to get over by plane. But how do you get here on a boat? And I can tell you, if you are not into boats like I am into boats, and like gratefully Gracie was accepting of, we got soaking wet coming here. I you know, that's no big deal. I mean, you're getting splashed with warm water. It's warmer than the air, so that's very comfortable. But you know, it's not for the faint of heart, that's for sure. I mean, a lot of people would be like, oh my God, I'm not getting on this wooden boat because it's gonna capsize or something like that. So, you know, but that's part of the adventure at this stage of the game. The goal is to get very large speedboats, or actually more appropriately, probably a ferry service that can get you out here in under 30 minutes. If you can get someone over the water in under 30 minutes, I would submit they're pretty comfy staying anywhere. And this place is pretty darn comfy. They did an epic job on the roof on the big house. I mean, that thing's not going anywhere. That's like a 50-year. I don't know whether that's ceramic tile or what, but they did a great job with it. There's asphalt shingles on all the other ones, and that's like pretty cool. And for the most part, it's withstood, you know, wind like this. I used to get wind like this down at my house in Mexico, and in fact, it got so windy one night, like, you know how there's a peak to your roof, right? So one half of my roof blew off, like literally. And thank you, homeowners insurance, because it literally covered the whole cost of everything that I had spent on the house. And there's Gracie. So, you know, it's not like that can't be really detrimental to a house, but you know, again, it's lasted this long, and I'll find out from Gracie when Yolanda was. But as you can see, all of our clothes are outside drying. I don't know if you can see my Superman boxers or my Tickle Me Elmo boxers or my Family Guy boxers. But if you can, then you know a little bit about my personality. So I've just had a sandwich. I'm actually not really hungry at all. I think it's time we went for a swim. Honey, what do you think? Swim? Yeah, right? No? She's cautious. I'm telling you. Swim. I guess not. All right, it's Mike saying I hope you're living the dream, because if you're not living the dream, you're doing it wrong. And from livemyass.com, this is Cagdanao Island. Ciao.